Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Warren E. Freeman Jr., and this is the first official episode of the Wrestling Fanatics podcast. Wrestling Fanatics is a Facebook group in which I'm an admin of. If you want to check us out, I got it listed above, Wrestling Fanatics on Facebook. If you want to check out content that I've created personally, I have my YouTube link above as well. In this episode, I will be giving my official predictions for Night of Champions. I will be predicting who will win King of the Ring, who will win Queen of the Ring, amongst other very exciting championship matches that are also going to be taking place as well. All right, man, let's get right into it, man. Trick Williams, the United States champion, defends that championship against Ricky Saints. I gotta say, I really have been impressed with Ricky Saints since he's come to the main roster. He did defeat Carmelo Hayes in a controversial fashion to become number one contender. I did like the segment on SmackDown that the two of them had. Ricky Saints kind of got the advantage attacking Little Yachty, and then running down to the ring and then get back in the ring and attacking Trick Williams when his back was turned. So, I mean, Ricky Saints stood tall. And with that being said, I do believe that Trick Williams is going to retain his United States Championship, and I believe he is going to have a long run. All right, we have the reigning women's United States champion defending her title against Jade Cargill. This is a renewed rivalry. If you recall, last year these two women battled over the WWE Women's Championship, where Jade Cargill would actually defeat Tiffany Stratton at Saturday Night Main Events. Of course, Jade would then go to lose that title to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. But over this past year, Jade's work in the ring has improved tremendously. And I can't praise Tiffany Stratton's work enough. I mean, she's usually spot on with her work in the ring. I really enjoyed their rivalry last year, and I'm very optimistic about them I'm very optimistic about them renewing this rivalry this year. I think it's going to be a decent match. I do have Tiffany Stratton retaining. This past episode on SmackDown a couple hours ago, we actually saw Tiffany Stratton take a loss to B-Fab in a tag team match due to Jade Cargill's interference. But I think the real story there was Chelsea Green standing tall, helping to defend against Jade Cargill and her baddies. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that story goes. But as far as tomorrow, I do have Tiffany Stratton retaining. Jay versus Oba in the King of the Ring finals. I don't have a lot to say about this one. I think that unfortunately Jay Uso wins due to Brock Lesnar's interference. I mean, I honestly feel like Oba probably just should not have been in this tournament to begin with. Because if you've noticed, since Oba's lost to Brock, all Oba has been doing is calling out Brock Lesnar as he's progressed to this tournament, throughout this tournament. That's all he's been doing is calling out Brock. It's almost as if Brock Lesnar is taking priority over Oba winning the King of the Ring or even being WWE or World Heavyweight Champion. So it's obvious to me that Brock's going to get involved. And not that I hate Jey Uso. I don't. I like Jey Uso. I think he's cool. But I just think there's like LA Knight could have been a contender in this, but he ended up losing. I don't know. I do think that Jay is going to win, and I do think Brock gets involved, and I think we set up Brock and Oba at SummerSlam, and then we set up Jay and Cody at SummerSlam as well. I don't think Jay's going to beat Cody, but anyway, that's my prediction. I've got Jey Uso winning due to Brock interference. Okay, my question is this, and so we got Liv and Io in the finals for the Queen of the Ring. Why the hell is Liv Morgan in this tournament? And here's the thing: dislike Liv Morgan. I love Liv Morgan. I love her work in the ring. I love her character. But I do not understand for the life of me why the women's world champion is in a tournament. And the point of the tournament is to decide who is going to challenge for the world champion at SummerSlam. Now, Rhea Ripley's injured. I'm not sure what her status is or if she's even going to be able to go at SummerSlam. But this tournament could have just been a number one contender to face Liv. There's so many stories, and so we'll just get past that. The fact that Liv is in a tournament, there are so many stories they could have told within the Judgment Day with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. But they both got eliminated. It would have made sense for one of them to advance to the finals over Liv, but it is what it is. I am looking forward to the match, and I do think it's going to be a fantastic match. But I think the easy pick here is Io. I think Io wins, and as far as who she challenges at SummerSlam, she could challenge her best friend, Rhea Ripley. And I think that's a rematch that we need because the last time they wrestled was at Evolution, and that's when Naomi cashed in. So I would like to see that rematch with no interference. Or we could just run Io and Liv again at SummerSlam. But my prediction is Io wins the Queen of the Ring. All right, man. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage. This is going to be good. I am really looking forward to seeing this match. I mean, I'll go over the history real quick. You know, after WrestleMania 41, Seth Rollins formed a division. He had Braun Breaker on the side. Seth Rollins ended up getting hurt. Braun Breaker turned on him, kicked him out of the division. Seth came back, got revenge. Seth and Braun have been going at it this entire year. A masked man caused Braun Breaker to get eliminated at the Royal Rumble. Then Braun got injured again. Seth Rollins randomly wrestled Gunther because neither of them had anything to do. And then Braun Breaker returned, speared Seth Rollins. They had a match on Raw. Or they had a match at Backlash in which Braun Breaker won. Their match on Raw they had where Seth Rollins won. So this essentially is the rubber match, and what better way to end this rivalry but put it inside of a steel cage. As far as my prediction goes, I've got Braun Breaker winning this. I don't see a reason for Seth Rollins to win. If Braun Breaker is the future, then let's cement Braun Breaker as the future by having him defeating someone who is established in Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can handle the loss. Braun Breaker needs it more. And if we're going to have Braun Breaker as a main eventer for next year's WrestleMania, then I think this is the starting block to that here. I think Braun Breaker wins. All right, the main event is here. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned triple threat match. We have condescending Sami Zayn taking on Gunther and Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match. Cody Rhodes, the defending champion. I gotta say, I have really enjoyed Sami's work. He's just very gaslighting, very condescending, and I enjoy it. I love it. He is the last real good guy. Like, I am everything Sami Zayn right now. Do I think he's going to win? No, I don't. Do I think Gunther's going to win? No. So that leaves Cody. But that being said, I am anticipating this match to be a very exciting triple threat match. But yeah, I've got Cody retaining, and that's my prediction for that. Alright, so real quick, my predictions. I got Trick retaining. I've got Tiffany Stratton retaining. I've got Braun Breaker, the future, winning the steel cage match. I've got Jay winning the King of the Ring. Unfortunately, due to outside interference from Brock, I got Io winning. And then I got Cody retaining. So those are my predictions. When Night of Champions is over, at some point I will post my review for each match and what I thought of the show, and I'll have that episode coming to you next. I really want to try my best to get this podcast off the ground. I'm going to be reviewing old PLEs or pay-per-views as they were called back in the day. So if anyone has any suggestions, any old shows you want me to watch, let me know and I'll review them. And that's going to be it. I'm signing out.